Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly step by step why being able to tell a woman no in a relationship that you are dating actually turns them on, and specifically why this is the masculine strength that they are looking for. And I'm even going to be taking this a step further and showing you the repercussions if you don't do this, the reasons why she's going to naturally pull away, and even how to counter some of these mistakes if you've made them in the past. Now, out of the bottom of my heart, because it is getting close to summertime, I am so generous that I created a gift for you below. So after today's video, go and check out my gift. Let's dive in. All right, so this is step by step why you have to be able to tell a woman no in a long-term relationship, or even a woman that you are just dating, and why this turns them on. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go really deep in your mind, and I need you to think way back, okay? Any relationship that you've been in, any girl that you've ever dated, any relationship that's ever went south. I want you to think back to any time you have not been able to tell a woman no in a relationship, okay? And that means, no, I do not want to do this. No, I don't think this is a good idea. No, that's not okay. Anytime you didn't have the strength to do this and you just went along with the common theme for the day, or you just went along with what she wanted to do just to hopefully appease that person, okay? Every time you've done this and you have not had the strength to say no when you believe in something, subconsciously you know, and on top of that, she knows that it's because she is out of your league and you cannot replace her. When you're not able to tell a woman no, this is exactly what she thinks. She goes, I am out of his league and he cannot replace me. Now there is no longer a proper discrepancy in sexual market value, and now she will exit slowly. So here's what happens. When she sees that you cannot say no, this is what she sees. She sees a few things. The first thing that she sees is she goes, wow, this guy has a fear of loss. This man is in a scarcity mindset. And she sits there and goes, I have confidence that he can attract another woman, but I don't necessarily have the confidence that he can attract a woman who's attractive as me. So she senses fear of loss. The second thing that she senses is you have fear of saying the wrong thing, which actually translates into fearing or just having fear to offend. Well, if she sees that you're scared to speak your mind, what this really translates into is number 3, which is fear of being alone. So when this occurs, here's what you have to understand. Not only does she feel your weakness, but on top of that, she feels that you have low sexual market value and that she is above you when it comes to the dating game and when it comes to the value that she brings to the table. So now she's going to try to look for a better, more masculine option. And this is just the way that it goes. Now, here's what happens, okay? When you have the strength as well as the mental fortitude to be able to tell a woman no that you are dating, here's what happens. Being able to tell her no, okay, stick with me. Being able to tell her no allows her to know that you are able to protect her and that her beauty will not cloud your judgment and your decision-making process. This is a loaded topic, so let's say this one more time. Being able to tell her no allows her to know that you are able to protect her and that her beauty will not cloud your judgment and your decision-making process. This is what she wants to know. You still have your masculine strength. Every single day you're in a good mood. And you're happy to lead yourself, which allows her to trust your judgment. So being able to tell her no allows her to feel safe and to feel protected, and I'm going to explain why. Women know deep down on a subconscious level that their emotions will constantly be scattered left and right. So women know deep down that their emotions oftentimes pull them into directions that cause them to make very poor decisions in the moment. Those decisions oftentimes have repercussions if they're not fully thought out. And on top of that, if they are oftentimes quick emotional decisions, anybody can make the wrong decision at any time. So when you tell her no, she trusts your judgment more. But you have to have the strength to do that. So here's what you have to know. Women look for balls. You have to have them, okay? When you have that sort of strength and fortitude, it shows, number 1, you have the ability to stand up for what is right for both of you. Number 2, it shows that her beauty and your lust holds no weight over you. And on top of that, it also just shows overall strength and confidence. Being able to say no to anybody in life, whether it's a work situation, a dating situation, something that happens between you and your boss at work, your career, decisions in general, it shows that you have confidence in your decisions. So here's why this turns them on. I'm going to explain to you why this actually arouses them. It shows the man has comparing sexual market value to her, or even potentially higher sexual market value. So what that means is when you're able to tell them no, the reason why this turns them on is because she deep down goes, wow, I found somebody on my level. When you're able to tell a woman no, the reason why it arouses them or why they get turned on by that is because she found somebody who's actually on her level. This is the biggest thing that women struggle with today oftentimes when dating, is they can't actually find a man that they are genuinely attracted to. So when you're able to tell her no, she starts to respect you. She desires you sexually, and on top of that, she will even fantasize about you. And the reason being is because women's love is oftentimes story-based, okay? So she paints pictures in her head. She paints narratives in her head. You are now a mystery or a story that she wants to uncover page by page. You being able to tell a woman no, she oftentimes sits back and goes, well, why did he say no? Why does he believe this? I've even had women who I've dated, and if I make a statement on something, they'll oftentimes go, well, why do you think this way? And they'll go, I want to know things. I want to know things. Well, I want to know. And I'll go, well, why do you want to know? And they go, because I just want to know. I just want to know. That's what they say. Because it's the mystery they want to uncover. Women oftentimes will paint these pictures and these stories in their head on why a man behaves a certain type of way, which is rooted in personality. And that personality, what you have to understand is that's how a woman falls in love. A woman falls in love with the person. A woman doesn't fall in love by sleeping with a guy. A woman doesn't fall in love by even just time spent. A woman falls in love with the individual from the inside out. They look at everything. They look at why he says the things that he says, why he does the things that he does, why he operates this way, why he has certain beliefs, why he wears the clothes that he wears. And now it makes up like an archetype or a person that somebody could actually paint a story on, or make a story on, or paint a picture with. Women's love is story-based. So she will paint pictures and stories in her head of what you're like, or what she thinks you're like, or what she thinks you're going to do next. And that's why the story has to have twists and turns, ups and downs, back and forth. All of that creates mystery. All of that creates fantasy. All of that creates intrigue. So here's what I can tell you. It's always best as a man to have your decisions rooted in faith. So how do you get a woman to trust your judgment? You have to have reasons why you do the things you do, and reasons why you believe the things that you believe. And oftentimes, a woman will dig deeper in conversation to try to challenge those beliefs to see if you will break them. The second that you break your beliefs, or she sees that your beliefs are not congruent, they're not solid, they're flexible, they change, she lowers her trust in you. So the biggest thing that you can do is actually have your beliefs rooted in faith. So here's what I mean by that. I drew this out, and this is like what I would call, like the hierarchy of, like, let's say leadership, okay? So what happens when you have everything in line as a man? The woman, oftentimes, she follows your frame, or the woman is oftentimes led by the man. So if you're leading yourself, she naturally wants to follow your lead. Well, what's a step higher than that? She's going to say, well, where's this guy going and why? Oftentimes, the man has to take that a step further, and you're now led by your faith. That is rooted in your decision-making process. If you say no and she says why, and your decisions are rooted in something pure, if your decisions are rooted in something pure and something sound, now she trusts your judgment. So now what's going to happen is you will actually have a woman who sees, my beauty can't change this man's decision. My personality can't. She will actually sit back and say, I found a guy that I want to be with. And at the end of the day, this is why you have to be able to tell a woman no in a long-term relationship, and why this actually turns them on. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment and subscribe. Check out the gift that I made for you. The link is in the description, and we will see you in the next one.